I originally got into the position of head coach, funny story. I started off the year before, which was year 8, and I knew that there was a position going, and I thought, what a great opportunity for me to further hone my skills. I'd already moved into the field of performance enhancement coaching, so enhancing mental and physical performance, coming from a background in physiotherapy and high-level sports. And I thought, wow, fantastic, this would be amazing for me to further develop my skills. Because to me, there's always something to learn. And if anything has taught me that, it's my former coach, Ellen Randall, who to this day, I am in awe in terms of how she coaches, the way that she does it, the way that she's able to motivate athletes, bring them together, have a goal. And I thought, wow, if I'm able to achieve half what she's been able to do with her athletes, I'm doing a good job. And so I took that as a challenge of, well, again, what a great opportunity for me to further develop those skills. So I did, I applied and I got the head coach for year 8, and then I followed my boys into year 9, and it's truly been a fantastic ride. The privilege of seeing these young boys really starting to turn into young men. It's an honour to be part of that journey. It's fantastic to see. I have every confidence that any one of those boys can do anything that they set their mind to. And really part of my job is to instill the inspiration, give them some strategies, the capacity of course to strive to that, and put milestones in place, checkpoints if you will, for them to be able to achieve that. And then see them do it. It's a bit like winning it yourself. The philosophy that I have on coaching, whether it's with my boys at St Joseph's College or whether it's outside of that, I'm like a facilitator. I help them get the most out of themselves, you know, find out what switches them off, what switches them on. How do we hack this blueprint that they have so that they perform at their natural best time and time again? Because if you've been able to do it once, really, you should be able to do it 1,000 times over. So therein lies some of the challenges, and I relish that opportunity. A very exciting afternoon or morning I should say, because my boys are going to be doing an ice bath. It's pretty cool. So they've just gone out for several rows and worked themselves really hard during training camp, and now they're going to be going in here. And there's more where that came from. So really good for recovery, good for physical recovery of course, but also the mental recovery, the mental prep, the breathing, making sure that you're in control of your own mind as well as your body.
After the January training camp, the boys performed well in their races with solid placings in their lead-up regattas to the Review Gold Cup, without coming away with a win. Coach Molenaar made it a focus in her cruise build-up towards a bigger day on the junior GPS calendar to train on the course, so they'd do well on the day.
Depending on how you steer the course will depend whether or not you have the shortest course or not. Harrison and Wilfview, if you're on that end, which means you're going to pass the boys on your right.
You want to make sure that you're really close to it. You know, the further away you are, the more you end up rowing. All right, Will, up by 2. All right, Harrison, move it over. Yeah, good there, good there.
On the day, Coach Molenaar talked tactics with her crews. And not long after, they warmed up and were primed and ready to go. On the back of being buoyed by the success of all the crews who had rowed before, including great wins to the 7th and 4th Year 9 quad sculls, as well as a very close second place to the 5th crew, the first quad scull came out firing to row a great race, as they caught Sydney Grammar and beat them across the line in the closest of finishes, 0.33 of a second. The second crew finished back in the field of their race, and perhaps their rating was a little too low, but through adversity they learned plenty for the following week, where they placed second in the second quad sculls division at the New South Wales Schoolboy Head of the River Regatta.
You guys got some energy to burn?
Yeah, no, it's a Wednesday.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
It's a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All right. Off you go.
And perhaps it's apt that Coach Molenaar gives a final rundown of her young crew's season and development.
It's been a very rewarding year. They've done themselves very proud, and after that Gold Cup, I was a very proud coach. And then to top it off, the week after, when they went to the New South Wales Schoolboy Head of the River, wow, they actually blew me away. I mean, I had hopes, and I never put the expectations on them because I didn't want that. I wanted them to fulfill their own expectations. You know, again, my job is to instill the belief, and if they don't have it, they borrow mine. And they did. They did that, and man, tenfold. I had, 6 out of the 7 boys, 3 came second and 3 came first in their very first ever single sculling race, which was phenomenal. And one of my other boys, Charlie, he came 6th in the state, which, for a first effort, pretty solid, if I don't say so myself. I was excited for him, the possibility that they have really from here on. And like I said, I got to be part of that.
Coach Molenaar should be proud of all the Year 9 crew's outstanding results. As head coach, she worked closely with all the crew's coaches. As for her young rowers, she's happy they'll be stepping into senior crews over the next few years as they attempt to emulate their 2019 First 8 heroes.